Hey there, this is Tina Allbaugh with NextHome Prime Real Estate, your driftless relocation expert. Today I'm in Prairie du Chien, and this town is actually a little special for me and Kinley. This is where she had her very first showing at 8 weeks old, a job she took very seriously. Lots of sniffing, a lot of barking, and zero actual work, but it still counts. Prairie du Chien sits right on the Mississippi River. It's actually one of the oldest settlements in Wisconsin, so there's a lot of history built into this town, but it's also really livable day to day. You get that great mix of character and charm without feeling like you're stepping too far back in time. One of the biggest reasons people are drawn here is the river. Whether you're into boating, fishing, kayaking, or just sitting and enjoying the view, this is a lifestyle you don't get in most places. There's something about being this close to the water that just slows things down a bit. If you're someone who wants access to nature but still want to be part of a real community, Prairie du Chien hits a really nice balance. Prairie's downtown is another highlight of the area with some great local spots like the Sweet Tooth Candy Shop, Pete's Burgers, and Simply Cafe, just to name a few of the many places that give this town its character. And if you've got a sweet tooth, you'll also want to stop by Cafe Hope, which is known for having some of the biggest, most amazing cupcakes you'll probably ever see. They're kind of a must-try if you're here in town. These are the kinds of places where people know each other, where you run into familiar faces, and where supporting local really matters. Prairie du Chien also has a lot to offer when it comes to things to do. There's a large cinema, a bowling alley, mini golf, and even a go-kart track, which makes it really fun for families or anyone who wants options without having to drive too far. It's one of those places where you can actually spend a full day out and never leave town. Another thing people really love here is the sense of community, especially when it comes to local events. You've got weekly farmers markets, the Rendezvous in June, an annual car show, and music in the park throughout the summer. Again, just one of many. There's a steady rhythm of things happening, but it never feels overwhelming. It just feels like the town really enjoys being a community. You've got places like the Villa Louis here, which adds to that historic charm, and you're just a short drive away from Wahaloosing State Park, which has some of the best views in the entire region. Between the river, the bluffs, and the surrounding landscape, this place really showcases what the Driftless Region is all about. For a town this size, Prairie du Chien actually has more amenities than most people expect. Grocery stores, healthcare, restaurants, schools, so you're not needing to constantly drive to a bigger city every day just to get things done. It strikes a nice balance between convenience and that slower small town pace. In terms of real estate, you'll find a little bit of everything. Homes in town, properties with river views, and even some acreage just outside of town. Compared to larger markets, your money can go quite a bit further here, which is a big draw for buyers coming from out of the area. It really depends on what kind of lifestyle you're looking for, but Prairie du Chien tends to check a lot of boxes for a lot of different people. If Prairie du Chien is on your radar, and you're thinking about making the move to the Driftless region, reach out. I'd love to help you explore your options, and if you want to see more towns like this, be sure to follow along.